my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about Breyer model horse photography because I got to thinking, I just got some results back from a show that I did, and I was like, how many others need to know how to do this to show your horses at a photo show if you can't get to a live show? Now, we talked about going to a live show at some point, but for now, I'm just going to do photo shows. And before I show you my setup and what I use, I would like to actually show you the placings I got in the last one. So I'll start with the very last placing that I got. So my quarter horse Ashton got 5th place. Norwich got 4th place. And then this custom I named Crazy Lightning got 4th place. Let's see. Oasis got 2nd place. Okay. Rubicon also got 2nd place. As did Staring Gaze of Faith. So when you do the photo shows, you can use Peter Stones or Breyers. It doesn't matter. And then my Hamilton Premier Club model ended up getting 1st place and got placed in the top 3 placings and ended up with a 3rd place medal. So those are the placings I got. And like I said, you can use Peter Stones or you can use Breyers. You can use any size. Now, if the show is specific, they will tell you what they want. But that is what I ended up getting this time. I did photo shows before, so Ashton has actually placed 2nd like 3 or 4 times. Hamilton was my first place shower, so that was great. Or first place winner. So some of the stuff that I use to shoot my photos with is like you can use a Nikon camera or any kind of camera. A lot of times, if this camera isn't charged or I don't have it handy, I will just use my phone. Phones are actually great nowadays for taking the model horse show photos. And I also set up ring lights and I have a little setup. So we are going to actually pause here and we're going to go out and I'm going to show you the rest of my setup. So we transferred areas to kind of show you my setup. Now I am in my kitchen. That is the only place I have to set up. So the filming bedroom and then the office that we have are not big enough for me to be able to set up my big setup. So I'm just going to do it out here. So we will take a look at that. I'm going to flip the camera and then I will show you exactly what I use. Okay, so some of the stuff I use to set up my photo setup is a ring light. I have a small one and I have a large one, which I normally use when I shoot my videos. These do require a USB plug that you can plug in because the cord plug is USB. And then they've got all the controls on them. I usually go with the brightest setting. Only because you want to have nice bright photos when you are doing them for the photo show. Because you want to show every angle, every fleck of dust, every clean spot on your horse. You don't really want dust, but if you end up with some, you will see it in the photos by having a brighter light and you can take that off. Okay, next we have the boards for the backgrounds. So I have blue, I have white, I have gray, and then I have some green felt grass that you would use for a train setup. So this is great for your horses to stand on because the grass isn't too high and they won't get their feet lost in the grass. They'll just be standing on top of it. And then lastly, what I use is I use the moss from the train display setup as well for model trains. That makes a great covering for the board and the grass when they're together. So it doesn't look like they're separated. It looks like they're kind of blended together. And then for fall, I typically will use some pumpkins. I'll have pumpkins in my setup. So I'm actually going to set up a setup real quick and show you what or how I do that. Okay, so I'm going to set up my setup for this. And the first thing I'm going to start with is the grass. So we're going to lay that flat because we don't want any ridges or anything in it. And then we're going to put up one of these boards. And I chose a blue one. It's my favorite one to use. And sometimes in the past from what I heard, that if you're doing a photo show, like the judges actually like the blue background because your horses don't blend in with it at all. All right, next we're going to set up the moss. So we're going to go ahead and put that across the bottom of the board. So make it a little decorated, and as you can see, like, you can't tell that you have a board against grass because the moss is actually covering that. It's covering it pretty well. Okay. And then, you know, we'll use some pumpkins. I'll just set some pumpkins up on there. And I actually learned this kind of setup from Breyer. I did the photo workshop with Liz. She was fantastic. So she helped me really improve my photos, taught me how to do a setup. So once you have the board, the pumpkins, and the moss and the grass set up, you can then use your friend, whoever you choose, and you can put them on there. And you want to make sure you have your lights nice and bright, and then you can begin taking your pictures. And then after your pictures are done, if you have to do any edits, like if the pictures still look a little dark and you have to lighten them or anything like that, you can certainly do that. And then you just post them to the photo show page that you're showing on. And those pages are a lot of times are found on Facebook, which is where I do my photos. So with that being said, I hope this tutorial was super helpful, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!